Hello and welcome back to my channel and my Satisfactory playthrough. Today I think we're going to focus on getting coal power set up because that will just free up so much more time. I won't have to worry about these biomass generators anymore. You can fully automate the coal, so that's much better. So our first step is going to be just getting the coal power milestone completed, and then after that we'll go out and we'll actually have to find coal. And we'll have to pipe water back as well because you need that for the coal power too. Guess it's going to take a second on the reinforced plates and the rotors, but that's alright. We'll probably just maybe work on upgrading some of the base or organizing some of the base while we wait. It shouldn't be too long, I don't think. Honestly, it would be kind of nice to deal with the rods and plates section over here, because it's like I always seem to have trouble getting back up. I guess I could just put a ramp down right here too. That'll at least do it for the time being. See, I think once we have the coal power up and going, we can get rid of all these biomass generators. We're probably going to end up putting the limestone production over here. I just realized that we had no biomass coming out of there. I guess I better grab some more of that so we don't run out of power while we're out looking for the coal. Apparently, he didn't want us harvesting any more biomass. And I also noticed that there was this power slug up here. Which actually was probably why he was here. That would make sense. Alright, now we'll go put this stuff in our biomass system up there, and then we'll check our reinforced plates and rotors, see if we have enough to get the coal power milestone completed, and then we'll be ready to start looking at finding the coal. I wanted to come up and grab this wire as well. So reinforced plates and rotors, and then hopefully we can go get our coal now. Still not quite there on the reinforced plates. Alright, and we're still a little short on the rotors too, so I guess at this point there's not really much base organization to do. I was also just thinking about the Caterium as well. I wanted to see, because I think that we can search for that now, right? Yeah. Alright, so it's a little ways away, and it's usually like 50-50 as far as if there's going to be like a boulder on there that prevents us from putting a miner on it. But it would be cool to kind of scout out where that's at really quick while we're waiting for the reinforced plates and rotors. I just want to make a portable miner, and I want to see if I have everything on me that I would need to do the actual miner. Oh yeah, that shouldn't be a problem at all. We just have to go find it real quick. And we already have the power poles up to out there, so I think assuming that we have enough power, we can actually take the power lines with us. And we'll be able to power the miner right away. I mean, our max consumption is quite close to our capacity, but I do think that we probably can at least connect the miner, and then we'll just have to get the power production increased before we actually like do anything with the Caterium. Wow, there's two of those hog things over there. I wonder what's going to be defending the Caterium, actually. I just thought about that. Finding lots of blue power slugs today. Wow. He was mean. Looks like there's more copper down there too. Oh, there's another hog there. Lost sight of him. That was not good. I don't have anything to eat on myself to heal. I should definitely pick some berries if I find any here. Especially because there's another hog right there. I don't even know that I need to be down here, though. All I see over there are copper veins. I'm wondering if it's up. Oh, I don't want to be down here. I'm wondering if it's up there. Let's see here. That went up way higher than we needed it to. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking it's up on that other hill over there. So we'll just build over there. Alright, it says it's pretty much right here. Where is... Oh, see? And it's covered with a rock. Let's see if there's another one close by that's not covered. Oh, there's more iron over here, too. That's impure, though, so you only get like 30 from that. I don't want that guy to charge me off this cliff. Alright, we're going to have to wait to do the Caterium until we unlock like black powder and stuff and can blow that rock up. On the bright side, our reinforced plates and rotors should definitely be ready by now. Alright, that's enough of the reinforced plates, and we definitely are going to have the other 5 rotors that we needed. Alright, let's go get this done, and then we can actually go find our coal. Which, luckily, that shouldn't be covered with a giant boulder.
Milestone reached. Power production can now be fully automated by burning coal, which has been added to the resource scanner. Water is also necessary to run the coal-powered generator and will require a network of pipelines to be transported from a water source. To assist with locating and identifying water, Fixit has compiled this guide. Water is a somewhat reflective liquid and it may have thick vegetation growing nearby. To test if something is water, try touching it. If it is not solid and does not corrode your suit, it is probably water.
Alright, so we're going to need, for the water extractor and piping, we're going to need copper sheets. Which means we have to automate those for sure before we can set up the actual power grid. And then coal generators were fine. We have everything we're going to need for that. I think, I'm just going to double check, but I think that it's just the copper sheets that have been added at this point since well, and we still have those modular frames we never automated yet. But those can wait until after we have the coal power set up. The copper sheeting we're going to need first. Yeah, because this looks like it's getting used pretty consistently. I don't think we have enough extra off that vein. We're just going to leave that piece open for now since we don't have the doors unlocked yet. That's a long way down. I don't think we want to jump down there. Oh, no. Okay. I was like, well, we're jumping anyway. This copper vein looks like it's out of ways. I'm going to grab a wire to bring with us for the power cable, and then that way we can just basically pipe the copper back to the base. There's enough room next to the other 2 copper lines to add the copper sheeting. Alright, let's see here. Where was that vein at? Is it up on top of this thing? Oh, it's right there. Perfect. Yeah, it's not so fun when I'm charging at you, huh? Turned out all of that checking to make sure I had everything I needed for the Caterium ended up being for the copper, but whatever, it all worked out. Alright, we should be able to at least pipe this back to the base. I didn't even look at the purity of it. Alright, we're going to get 60 per minute. That's definitely going to be enough for the copper sheeting. I can't remember the exact efficiency of it, but we'll figure it out when we get back to the base. It bothers me when it's like partially hovering off the platform. I can't leave it like that. Alright, so we're going to do like one more of these, and then I'm actually going to put, I think, one of the conveyor lifts, because this is actually like a really long way up. It's way higher than it looks from here. Alright, then we'll run around back up top, and then we should be able to pull it from that lift up. Those things are burning through a lot of biofuel. That's before adding any more generators to try to support this, so I'm really hoping that it's not too bad as far as how much. Like, hopefully one smelter will be enough to feed one of the constructors working on the sheeting. Yes, 20 per minute, so that's perfect. Okay. That'll only give us 10 of the sheeting per minute, but it'll be fine. We're really only going to use it in the water extractors and piping, so that's not terrible. Wow, I took that lift up a little higher than I needed to, actually. Actually, I think what we're going to do is... No, not that. That's going to be one of these. And then that way we can actually bring... Will it reach that far? Nice. Alright. Because then we can use the conveyor stackable supports to get it across all of this without everything getting messy. And then I have to remember that there's actually an extra 30 per minute of the ore coming in, because when I need more copper, I can pull it from there. There's also going to be like an extra 10 ingots here. I guess at some point if I pulled the other smelter, then it could do 3 of these. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do at some point. Do all of, like, both smelters into one container and then split that into 3 of these doing the sheets. because then you'll get 30 per minute, which is actually more reasonable. But we can't support all of that until we get the coal power up and running, because we're already at the limit, and we still have to power the water harvesters, the coal miners, and the generators before they start generating power. Nice. All right. I think I'm actually going to unfortunately have to go and collect more biomass really quick, because these generators are, you know, burning through it way faster than we're producing it here. Oh, there's like a cave or something there that's blocked by a boulder. Another thing we'll have to remember when we get our black powder. Alright, hopefully that'll help that catch up a little bit. I still have a little bit of stuff I can add in as well. We got a little bit of that. Alright, let's see if we can find... We have to find coal, and we also have to figure out where water is, which it looks like we have some over here, which would be like northish, northwestish a little bit. So let's see where the coal's at. In the complete opposite direction. So that's good. Oh, look. Okay, there is some over by the water. All right. So that's what we'll use for that, because I know we'll need steel production eventually too. So we can use these two pure ones for steel production, the ones that are already by the water for coal power, and we can put our power plant down over there for the coal power generation. We'll have to get this vehicular transport unlocked soon too, because we're going to be doing a lot of back and forth running while we're setting up that power grid. Unfortunately, we are definitely going to have to run over there on foot at first to get the first couple generators set up before we run out of biomass. Alright, there's a couple portable miners for making the miners for the coal, and then we're just gonna have to put a couple water harvesters down on the water as well, which that's gonna be, I think we're gonna need like 2 of those water harvesters. Will give us like 4 or 6 coal power generators, so that's not too bad actually. I always want to hit those two wrong buttons, the customize button and the crouch button, every time I go to hit the scan button. Wow, that's quite a little pit there. Alright, the water should literally be like right over to the north here. Judging by our map. There's like that whole ramp down over there that's already there, but it's like a long way out of the way. I would really rather just kind of build our way down there. We're gonna need a platform anyway to be able to put down our generators and all that stuff. Just won't cover the water too close to it to block the water harvesters. And the closer you are to the water level is honestly easier when you go to pipe the water, because obviously with gravity you have to add more pumps in for the, you know, further up you're trying to go, especially if you're going like straight up. I see quartz down there too. See, I'm almost thinking like this. No, this is way too high up to try to do the generators. We want to be as close to the water as possible for those. We'll probably just build over to the shore and kind of end up doing a platform over there. That way the water doesn't have to come up very far at all. I have trouble over the water too, judging how close I actually am to it. That was really close.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Apparently I spoke too soon, because that's definitely a coal vein right there covered with a boulder. Oh, something wants to fight. Ooh, it's a spitter. All right, so that's going to make 60 per minute, which I'm pretty sure is enough for 4 coal generators. Alright, we got to get power over to that, and then that'll bring the coal over that far. Then we've got to figure out the platform, which will probably be up to about the top of that little thing there, because that way it'll be like high enough that we can actually build the platform there, but as close to the water as we can get to like account for that terrain. I was about to just keep running even though the power cable is right here. Alright, hopefully we don't have any power spikes that go anywhere near the top of that, because that would suck. On the bright side, I'm pretty sure the 4 generators we're going to be able to make will be enough for us to completely get rid of our biomass generators, so that'll be really cool. Alright, I basically want to rework that so that that right there is the level that we're actually going to put our power generators at. So we're just going to kind of rework all of this real quick. There, that's not too bad at all. I think we can do one pole here. Connect that there. Good to go. Alright. Now we need to head back because I need to grab more iron plates and stuff like that before we can actually get everything down, but we're just about ready to actually get the power grid going over here. I think we're just going to clear all of this brush out a little bit each time while we're passing through, because eventually this will be the path we take back and forth with our vehicle, and it will at least make it a little easier to see instead of just blindly following the power lines through the trees. That's what I like to see. Full containers. The machines don't even have to be producing. It's great. All the iron rods that I could possibly need. Alright, that is actually where we're going to leave it for this episode. I just realized how long I had been recording. Unfortunately, with the continued need to harvest biomass for these generators, we did not accomplish nearly as much as I wanted in this episode. However, now in the next episode, we're definitely going to be able to get all of our coal power generation stuff set up, which will allow us to not have to deal with these anymore, and we should be able to get rid of them in the next episode, and then just keep adding more coal power generators for the time being as we have to produce more things. So hopefully in the next episode we'll be able to get that finished, and then the episode after that we can move on to automating our modular frames, getting vehicular transport set up, and start working on the second phase of the space elevator stuff. But please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next episode.